Yeah, g'day. How you going? It's a story. Boy, it's been a hot minute. It's been a hot few years. Didn't really intend to make a YouTube video today or any other day, to be honest. But just enjoyed seeing people pop up recently who I used to enjoy watching on YouTube, just checking in, and it's cool to hear how they're going. So on the spur of the moment, I guess that's what I'm doing as well. A bit of a state of the nation. I'm smoking a Savinelli something 85 95, which is new to me today. I've been selling off a lot of my pipes. I'm kind of getting it down to just 4 or 5 pipes. Not because I don't love pipes anymore, but oh man, you know, you do the maintenance rounds, and I'm a person who does them all at once and batch cleans and polishes them all, and man, this just becomes a lot of work. So I'm narrowing down my pipe collection to just a few favorites, and because I've sold off a few, I thought I'd collect one. I'm generally replacing all of my vulcanite stems with acrylic because I'm just tired of polishing and sanding up stems by hand. It's long and painful and unnecessary. Vulcanite definitely feels better, but I use a little softy bit there anyway. Sorry, I gotta try and keep looking at the camera. I'm a bit out of practice. Anyway, how's everyone doing? It's, as I said, man, it's been really cool to just see people checking in and see where they're at. I don't watch a lot of pipe stuff on YouTube these days. I don't pipe as much as I used to. I maybe smoke a couple times a month, but still really enjoy it when I do. It's kind of an important part of my mental well-being, I think. It's, as Northwest Pipe Smoker often says, like it's like a meditation, and that's what it is for me. It's just the whole process, the rigmarole, the ritual of it all. It's just so relaxing. It's amazing. I'm smoking some Black Mallory, by the way, which some of my partner's family brought over from Germany for me, which is very kind of them, and it's amazing. So, what am I doing these days? Well, I gotta say, life's pretty awesome. I mean, apart from the global pandemic, I guess. Yeah, my sympathies to any of you who are affected by that. We're in our second day of lockdown at the moment in New Zealand. We're still allowed to leave the house and go for a walk for the moment, get some exercise. It's really important for people's mental well-being and health. So I'm pleased that they're letting you do that. The caveat is that you need to spend 3 meters distance, or maintain 3 meters distance from anyone else apart from the people in your little home quarantine bubble. Everything's shut down apart from essential services. But hopefully our government's acted pretty quickly, and it's for the benefit of everybody in the long run, so I'm all for it. I was really pleased when they shut down the schools, because it was always going to be the first point where we had community transmission, and it has proven to be so, but luckily the schools were shut basically by the time they realized it, so it's minimized what damage has been done, I hope. It's pretty hard to keep a pipe lit while talking. Normally I'm smoking by myself, of course, so I don't have that problem. You can see, speaking of where I'm at, in the background there, some of my tobacco crop drying. It's over $100 here to buy a tin of tobacco, pipe tobacco, so it's basically a no-go. So I just thought I'll grow my own tobacco. It's perfectly legal and easy. Man, I see why they used to grow a lot of tobacco here in New Zealand before the taxes came in, because it grows like a weed. Like my plants are, I grew them with my son. Yeah, I got a son now. That's crazy. He's like 3. Um, but they're like over 10 feet tall, and we grew them right from these tiny little seeds. And the success rate was phenomenal. We just had to give, I gave probably 100 plants away. I thought maybe a few would survive, and we're just growing them from seeds, and I'm no gardening expert, but we really had trouble just finding places for them all. But so that's a fun new endeavor. Um, it's one of those things. Like, it can't be rocket science, right? People have been doing it for a long time, and we've got all this information available to us on the internet. But it's not without its challenges. I've got a couple. This is my second batch of leaves drying. Just air drying them. First lot I did in my basement, and they're okay. But they've taken a lot longer to cure than these ones up here, which are just under this little outside shelter thing. I keep getting distracted, as has always been my way, so forgive me while I digress. I'll do my best to stick to the update. So you've heard I have a son. He's amazing. He's the best thing that's ever happened to me. I left my job as a teacher. I was kind of training up to hopefully take over as principal at the school that I was at. It was my old primary school from when I was really young, which was just phenomenal. It's a cool little country school. So I moved out of the city, started teaching out at this beautiful little school that I always wanted to teach at, which is where I went to school. My beautiful partner, who was amazing, she was offered a job which would allow her to work from home. She was staying home with our son and offers considerably more money than a teaching job. So kind of out of nowhere we had this decision to make. We had always said that we didn't want our little boy to just go into daycare every day, that we would do whatever it took to make it work, to have a parent home with him. We felt that that was really important. Totally understand that most people can't do that, but we thought, seeing we were fortunate enough to be in that position, that we would be crazy not to make the most of it. So that meant that either my partner had to pass this great job offer, which would afford a good lifestyle, working from home and more money, in order for me to keep going where I'd kind of planned on going with teaching. So to me it was pretty obvious what we should be doing, and I, with great reluctance, emotionally it was pretty tough to let go of that school and teaching those kids. But I resigned my position to look after our boy full time, which has been just the greatest decision. Man, I'm so fortunate to be in that position, to get to know my son and to help him develop and watch him grow. And man, just the best thing ever. He's just the world to me. It's really amazing. And house prices in New Zealand are crazy. They are ridiculous. Have been for a long time. But after we moved out of the big city, we were renting for the same price, for perspective, in the big city we were in. in Auckland, the same price as we were renting a quarter of a big old villa that had been carved up into independent little apartments. We had a one-bedroom apartment for the same price as that in Auckland. Here, where we are now, which is, as you can see, a lovely place next to the bush and the sea. You can see the sea out our window, see the bush behind us. It's close to family. Sorry, digressing again. For the same price, we were able to rent a 5-bedroom house with a double internal garage, and it was just great for us. And then through another, just good fortune and persistence and just doggedly pursuing leads, even though we knew 99% of them were going to be a no-go, we put in an offer quite a lot under what they were asking on this house that I'm at right now. And the gentleman, after meeting us, is a really wonderful guy, and he just said that he was keen to see young families get ahead, and so he accepted our offer, and now we own a house. It's not fancy by any stretch, but it's, you know, you could walk in, turn the key, and everything was there and done, and it was lovely. And I think it was built in the 50s, but has since been renovated and had stuff added on to it, some for better, some for worse. But we're currently renovating that ourselves to try and get ahead in the housing market, although it may be a few years now till the economy recovers. So, new place to live, work life very different, same partner, little kid, man, all of it really positive, And so we're, at the moment, just for fun, we're teaching ourselves through various free courses and resources online to code websites, which is a lot of fun. We both really enjoy learning new things. And so that's cool, and we're kind of looking to just, it's been our way to slowly work away at things so that when opportunities come up, we're ready to take them. And we've both discussed the fact that we'd both like to be able to work from home. And so that seems like one way to move into that. Because it's wonderful. We renovated one of our rooms downstairs. It's got this beautiful sunny space for my partner to have her office, and it's just been really great. I don't think I will return to teaching. There are reasons for that. One in particular, it's probably, if I ever make another video, that could be something for then, but it seems unlikely. I don't know if that's something I'm willing to do at the moment. I love teaching. But I think I might be done with that in that respect. Oh, I'm in a band as well. Mostly a two-piece. We don't do like loud rock pub gigs. We're kind of a relaxed, intimate kind of cafe, restaurant, wedding type of band. And we just kind of have a pretty chill vibe. That's me and one of my brothers. And sometimes another gentleman joins us on drums, just not like a full drum kit. But that's really nice. And that's been wonderful to make a major part of my income and part of our household income through making music, which is something I'd always wanted to do. I play guitar and my brother plays guitar, and my brother is a fantastic singer. He's the selling point of the band, there's no doubt there. I play electric and he plays acoustic, and it's really nice, it's really relaxed. Well, it was terrifying when I began. I hate playing in front of people. but you soon lift your game, and you get your confidence up real quick, because there's nothing worse going into a playing situation in front of a bunch of people where you know you're not well prepared. It's terrifying. And one thing which I hadn't counted on was just people. You're out there and you're playing, and people just stand 2 feet away from you with a phone up in your face recording you to post you on social media, which is really daunting. You know, you're already kind of nervous, so everything's a little bit more difficult. But then with that on top, permanent record of any failures that you make, it's really, yeah, it's a strange experience. But once you can move past that, and usually people are more respectful than that, but once you get past that, it's a lot of fun, and people are really kind, and they are really quick to tell you that they've enjoyed what you're doing, and asking for more is always a great sign. I started playing guitar pretty late. Well, I think I was about 18 when I really first started, and I've never had a lesson. No, tell a lie. I think I had 2 or 3 lessons when I was really little, but never carried it on. So everything I've learned to do, and I guess I'm a competent player, not amazing, but competent. Everything I've learned to do has been through sitting with other people who can play, watching, asking questions, and these days YouTube and the internet, and you got no excuse. If you're stuck at home and you always wanted to play guitar, now's a great time to learn, or keyboard or anything. Just get some music in your life. It's amazing. And that feeling of when you can play music with somebody else, especially if you're just kind of jamming and it just clicks, that's something pretty beautiful. There's something particularly special about when you have a moment between you and some other musicians where everything just happens perfectly and it's not being recorded, and you're just jamming, and you just know that it's never going to happen again quite like that. It's a moment that you're in that will pass and you'll never get back, and it makes that music even more special. So I kind of miss having band practice and being able to play with other people at the moment, but it's still cool. My brother's asked me to send him some music, and just for a fun exercise, just to write something, and I'll send a digital file to him, and he'll add in some other bits, and we'll just pass it backwards and forwards as a creative exercise. So that's me, more or less. I really didn't mean this to go on so long. I'm sorry for boring you. It was supposed to be just like a 5-minute hello, but I see Northwest Pipesmoker is somebody who I do always watch, and I see what he means. I really do understand that, and a little more now about how it becomes a conversation and just an opportunity to feel like you're having a smoke with somebody. So this has actually felt really good. Hey, if you're out there, look after yourself. Thanks for stopping by, visiting with me. I'd love for some more of you guys to, girls as well, guys, to send a little update. Where you at? What's it like where you are? It'd be great. Alright, take it easy.